Welcome back to Preserve My Home. I am Jeremy Rozier, owner of Rozier Restorations, and I am here in Macon, Georgia on this wonderful hot day, baking in the sun for this video. But we're here to talk about some of the stuff we've got going on with this project here in Macon. And we've been able to reclaim quite a bit of this historical lumber as we've had to do modifications on the inside of the house. And we just wanted to point out that's kind of how we source a lot of our stuff. It does take a little more time and energy and even labor dollars, but we're able to use some of the finest old growth wood over again. We can end up using this stuff for window sills, window replacements. We generally don't reuse it for stud work. We'll use today's modern lumber for that. But we've been sourcing this off to the side, so we have quite a few pieces. Another thing that we've been collecting has been the beadboard, but we've been collecting a lot of the beadboard that'll be used in this new construction. And we are currently in the middle of taking down, let me get out of the way a little bit, we are currently in the middle of taking down a little bump out that was being used as a laundry room. And that area and space is about to grow by about 45 square feet. So it's going to go from a 5x8 addition to an 8x12 addition. And we're going to be taking a gable end roof and tucking that back into the roof, the existing roof, and building that back out, so no longer will we have that shed look. And all the trim and detail work will be brought up to that height and wrapped around so that it looks cohesive with the old look. Here we are out back, and we're having to make decisions on what we're going to keep and what we're not going to keep. And one of the things that I like to do when we're getting into the historical restoration is I like to keep as many of the original windows as I possibly can. So we're actually, in the process of this remodel, we're actually going to be moving this window from center of the wall here out to the outside corner to accommodate a bathroom design that allows a shower against an inside wall, and you'll get a chance to see that in the plan. But some of the things that we don't actually keep around are things like this door from the 80s. This just regular steel door with 9 light, just standard stock Home Depot type door. That is not something we would normally keep in a project like this. We were going to get rid of that or donate that or use that for a shed somewhere in a different project, but certainly not to be part of a project that we're getting ready to completely remodel. Our goal with every remodel is to get as close as we can to the historical nature of the house, the historical feel of the house, and ultimately using as many historical parts as we possibly can. So I just wanted to share that as we're out back here, and Jose was finishing up tearing up all of our old steps that go to the back, and we've got that other remodel going on in the background, but that's it. Of our project. Right now we're currently standing in the dining room, what will be the future dining room. Behind me is the butler's pantry that we've been talking about, the addition that the team is currently tearing off. And beyond that is a master bath and some other things we're interested in. But first I want to take you inside the kitchen. So we're going to head in here. One of the things that we were mainly focused on in this particular project was to get some open flow concept. That is something that's very popular today. Wasn't as popular back in the day, so all the rooms were very divided before. Made for today's Wi-Fi, played havoc on today's Wi-Fi. But room opening up this just kind of gives us some more plan and a flow through. We blew the walls out between the chimney and the next room to create this pass-through that is going to be an incredible wine storage cabinet built with panelized walls and cupboards, all custom cupboards and trim. And the backside of this particular wall here, as this wall goes in, is actually going to be full panels, Victorian panels. So this will be a solid wood wall with a set of glass French doors that then can head in to this space here. In this kitchen, we were planning to have a very large island. Starting here, we've got the refrigerator and a double cook oven. And then we're going to have the sink is going to end up being in the corner and the stove between the windows. We do have to raise the windows about 12 inches. So we're actually going to be taking the sills of these windows and bringing them up and then reducing each of these sashes by 6 inches, replacing the glass, and again, restoring and reusing the historical parts to this house. It's very, very important to both the homeowner, but to us as a company as well. Even things like this door that used to pass through to the bathroom, we've kept that. That's in storage in the back, and that'll be used somewhere else in the project as we move through and we've made changes. So again, we're not going out and buying new material. We're restoring the old material. It's better, it looks better, and it fits the design of the house. So as we go head on around here, we're going to walk on into the butler's pantry. Inside the butler's pantry, the goal is to go a continued 8 foot this direction and 12 foot across here, blowing out this wall and giving us one huge room here. At the end of that wall, we will end up putting in this window, and then we'll have a set of French doors that enter out onto the patio in the backyard. In this section of the room, we've decided to build in a built-in curio cabinet that which would have been period. We're going to be using the beadboard, full styling from the early 1900s, the Victorian period, glass uppers, walnut lowers, and this is going to be an absolutely beautiful little nook. As we pass through into what is going to be their master bathroom, and hence the reason we had to open up. This is where the other door from the other room will end up getting used over here. We have an original door. We didn't want to add a new door, so of course we took one of the doors from the other ones. We go over this opening right here, and that takes us into the new master bath. The master bath design, this particular customer absolutely loves a soaking tub. Watch out for nails on site. She absolutely loves a soaking tub, but he wants a shower. So we had to make room for a toilet as everyone needs in a bathroom, a tub, a soaking tub, a shower, and 2 sinks. They had to be his and hers. He was very insistent about that. So was she. They need their own space. So in order to pull that all off, we needed to change the location of the windows. And they used to be located, there were 3 windows in this room. There were located 2 on this wall and 1 on this wall. And now we are actually going to be keeping both of them tucked tight to the corner, which will give us a nice 90-degree angle window and allow light in from, most of the day. And should be a beautiful view of the backyard. We already have the window heights raised up, and we're reusing the windows that were here originally. So those are the ones we talked about outside. So we're very excited to get this project finished up. We're in the beginning phases now, finishing up the demo, getting ready to move on to plumbing and electrical, the mechanicals, and then insulation. That was another thing in this house. Absolutely no insulation anywhere in this backside of this house. Oftentimes, that is the reason why you need additional HVAC upgrades and those kind of things. Oftentimes, if you get into a project this deep, it's best to just take the time. Let's get these walls insulated. Let's get this place tightened up a little bit, and then maybe our HVAC system isn't working so hard and you can save yourself some money. But I am Jeremy Rozier. I want to thank you for checking in with us here at this historic project on Vineville. And I encourage you to like and subscribe if you're interested in historic homes or anything that has to do with creating historic millwork. We will be right up your alley. Like and subscribe. Thank you.